My name is Lisa. In my home growing up, there was alcoholism. I remember sadness. I didn't feel valued. There was sexual abuse from older cousins. And it was just all around sad. My mother tried very hard. She worked all the time because my dad wasn't consistent. And so it was difficult. Well, I had moved, dropped out of high school and ran away to live where my brother lived, and moved in with an older man and who was my boss at my job because I was looking for fulfillment and value out of sexual relationships. Obviously became pregnant and just didn't feel like I was mother material. The reasons I chose to abort were that I did not want to be tied to the person of the father of the baby. I didn't want to go on social services. Living in poverty, there was no way to provide a good lifestyle for any of us. And then I believed the lies that it was the socially responsible thing to do. I really don't have a memory of that specific day. I have a memory of the Planned Parenthood office and the exam room, and which is a weird memory. They had fuzzy pictures of little animals, little fuzzy animals on the ceiling. And I don't know if that was the same day or if it was a different appointment day, but that's a memory the only thing I specifically remember is the nurse saying afterwards, "It'll be okay." And knowing in my heart that nothing was ever going to be okay. I'm feeling that way. What I remember most about the second abortion is the feeling of life being eliminated inside my body, and the absolute horridness that brings, and the soul just being stripped. My abortion adversely affected me in that I became very self-destructive in many ways, drug use, alcoholism, but most importantly is after our children were born and I had changed my life, was that I raised them out of anger and shame and guilt. And there were times that I couldn't even control my anger. I had no idea where it was coming from and could see that I was hurting my children, but not being able to pull back from it and know why. I think anger is one of the worst parts of being post-abortive because you don't know where it's coming from. And it's so very destructive, and it's not everyone tends to respond out of anger. Some people are more quiet and respond out of fear, and fear directs their lives. But for people who are prone to anger in the first place, or emotive, outwardly emotive like I am, it came out in horrific ways. And there were times that there would be things that my anger would just burst over the simplest little thing. You didn't answer your text right away, or you forgot to call and say you were going to be late, and I would go off the handle and just completely lose it. I remember times of being on the phone just screaming at him while he was at work, and then feeling like, what is wrong with me? Am I just crazy? What's happening to me? Why am I doing this? And the same with the kids. I would yell at John Luke and just not even think I was a monster and not know why. Faith has saved me from a life of destruction, and from the shame and the guilt of the things that I had done, and allowed me to become who God is really, who created me to be. AbAnon's allowed me to be a facilitator and help other women heal from the pain and the regret of abortion. What I'm excited about in the AbAnon ministry is that I get to watch the change in the women when they go from self-hatred to a lightness. They come in the room and they're lighter than they were the week before. You can see that they're accepting and healing. And it's just terribly exciting. What I would say to a friend or a family member that has experienced an abortion that I know about, I would say join us. A lot of times we don't see the negative effects in our lives and how it affected us. And just join us. Just try it. Take that step.